double chin weighing you down? That's the least of my problems. October the 11th, 2024. I just happened to look in the mirror and I thought, what the heck's going on here? The previous video was from Friday night, the 11th of October, and I just happened to get up and go to the bathroom, and I looked in the mirror, and I had this black eye. The next morning, it just hit me that maybe I'll go out to Q Care, talk to someone about it. And I got a really good PA. Her name was Carrie. And we talked, and that helped me. I told her about all my eye problems the last few months, but one word was not mentioned, and that was the word stroke. And I believe that I had another slight stroke. My face was flushed Friday night, and that's my opinion. I'm still here. So what I just shared, certainly it concerns me. But something else just as concerning is the election, November 5th. And I give very few views here, but I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. This will be long and I'll go on and on, I know, but I need to do it. 2016, I sat here that night and watched the results, and I couldn't believe what was happening. Prior to that, I did things in my small town that wasn't very popular with so many, almost 3/4 of the town. These are my people. I was born and raised here. And I drove around then, and I drove around the next election, and I drove around this election, and I see all the Trump signs, and it almost makes me sick to my stomach. It's just hard to believe, for me, that so many here don't see at least some of what I see. You know, I'm registered Democrat, but I would vote Republican if I thought it was the right thing to do. This is not one of those times. This person running in the Republican sector there's just so much I could say. From day one that I ever saw his face on television in 2015. But I'll mention a few things. Foremost, the insurrection of January 6th, 2020. That was a terrible disgrace for this country. And to make matters worse, if he would become president, he wants to free those people who have been punished because of what they did. I have a hard time even speaking things like this. It's just so incredibly unbelievable to me. The border, I think it should be known that he did things to stop passage of how that could have been corrected a long time ago. He did that. This man, when he was first voted as president, just wanted to have a parade for himself. The economy, yes, it's bad. We're coming, I look at it as the COVID, everybody got greedy. Everybody increased, not everybody, but so many increased prices on things. Greed is a terrible thing when you can get away with it. That has to be corrected. And I think Kamala will try to do that. The economy will get better. I really believe that. We can make it get better if we support the right people to make that happen. Abortion, I never married, and I believe Roe versus Wade stayed intact. I think I heard it was 52 years, and he was so proud of putting justices in the Supreme Court to overturn that. Personally, I like to think if I were in that position, I would not want to do it. I might not even do it, but I would never take away the right of a woman and her husband and her doctor to make the decision that they need to make for whatever reason. That's my view on it. These commercials that are on television and the rallies, all the lies told in the rallies, it's just unbelievable, especially for him and J.D. Vance, who has his own agenda for the future, if you haven't figured that out. I wouldn't go to one of his rallies. Well, if he offered me $1 million, I'd probably go for the money. Other than that, no. I think it's a disgrace. Tonight on television, they stopped a man a quarter mile from somewhere in one of the states who had a gun and a rifle and something else, and let him go on bond. I think it was it $5,000? I don't know. They couldn't tie him, I guess, to the event and possibly hurting Trump. I hate to even say that name. But I'm not spewing hate. I'm really not spewing hate like I encounter, not just on television and on the internet and on social media, but right in my own neighborhood. Right in my own neighborhood. Separated families, friends, co-workers. This is something he always says. You've never seen anything like it. Well, I've never seen anything like this. And I want it to end. I want Kamala to be voted as president. I don't want to be seeing political advertisements on television by Trump and the Republican Party talking about a little young girl being raped and buried alive. Young people are listening to that, and it infuriates me. I just can't really bear it. So, yeah, I'm 76, I'm starting to have health problems. But the support of this person is so concerning to me about what people are really thinking. Are they thinking? It's just unbelievable to me. So I'm adding this to the end of what I'm posting now about my health problem. And I'm going to post it. It's just a little over 3 weeks till the election. I've never been very political, to tell you the truth. I remember when Ross Perot was running. I still have a t-shirt of Ross Perot that was sold. And I got into it, and I wanted a businessman, a man who had some sense about how to spend money and where to spend it. And he drove a 14-year-old car, as I recall. But I'm not voting because it's a woman. I'm certainly not doing that. I'm voting for something better than we're seeing from Donald J. Trump. Sorry, I had to do this.